Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I did a ton of quests, and it's time to turn them all in, so let's do it.
What can I do for you?
They will soon learn to fear our approach, thanks to you.
What do you need?
Yes, this is indeed Arentar's ring. I will see it gets sent to Tinadir immediately.
What can I do
I
for
cannot
you?
understand much of this, but I can make out a name, Amarthiel. Does that mean anything to you? It certainly does, sir.
What do you need?
I do not yet know their ultimate purpose, but I know that we have set it back, if only ever so slightly. Actually, let me start with these two.
What can I do for you?
It was happy chance or some benevolent fates that brought you to Gilrion in time to aid him. You have my thanks again, Kippen. We must strike against these tomb robbers, friend, before they attack again.
Stay a moment.
The time has come to strike a decisive blow against the tomb robbers of Evendim, Kippen, and you are just a hobbit to do it. Sid Waring mentioned a man named Bryken the Bold. I believe he is the leader of the powerful gang of tomb robbers, the same gang that murdered Alfred Whitley, and my kinsman, Arthur Nar, injured Sir Sid Waring and stole the relics he guarded, and attacked both you and Gilrion high atop the peaks of Men Erain. Bryken has a home in Osforod to the northeast of Tinadir. Return to the mainland and follow the road north from the crossroads of Canadiac until you arrive at Osforod. Look for Bryken the Bold and confront him.
How can I be of service?
So it is safe to venture within then.
What do you need?
This scepter is amazing. It is difficult to believe that after all these years, it is still intact.
What can I do for you?
Thank you, Gippin. These rubbings will help us piece together an important part of our history.
How can I be of service?
That is one threat we shall never again have to worry about.
Greetings.
You have done much to help us preserve the tombs and crypts, Gippin. If the rulers below still lived, I know they would honor and praise you.
Would you do something for me?
I just received word that our encampment in Annúminas is under heavy and near constant assault. Eked Garthandir is our one foothold in the city itself, and we cannot afford to lose it. I believe that we can handle what is left to do here within the tombs. Please journey to Eked Garthandir and join the fight there. So yes, it is finally time to move on to Annúminas over there. But first, let me take care of the leader of the tomb robbers. All the way in Osforod. Should be able to do a swift travel over there without much difficulty.
How can I be of service?
So we're finishing up with all the tomb robbers here. Feels like we've been fighting them this entire season. And we're about to confront their leaders, who has apparently made home in Osforod, right under our noses. And then finally we can head into the City of Kings. Alright, let's get going. Looks like he is right there. Bryken the Bold.
This is intolerable!
I do as I please, stranger, and I'll keep on doing it. These lands belong to me and mine, not some filthy descendants of long-forgotten kings. My blade will teach you not to bother me. So before I fight him, you know what I'll do? I'll prepare my gambits, because I don't do that often enough. So we'll do that, and we'll do one of that. And then I'll talk to him.
What is this world coming to?
There we go. And that was that. Fine, I'll change my ways. Damn straight you change your ways, you fool. Alright, so I guess let me head back to Tinadir. And then I'll take the boat over to the outskirts of Annúminas. Lots of traveling around. I'm glad I got some of these swift travels. And some of the boats. Imagine the season without the fast travel boats. Because that's how it was back in the day. I know I've said that multiple times already, but
How can I be of
I
service?
feel like you can further appreciate that now with all this going back and forth.
What can I do for you?
It sounds like you taught Bricken a lesson, Kippen. I hope it stays with him. I wish that Evendim was not such a wild place of old. Even after fading of the Dunedain, it was a place of peace. But the troubles of the world have come to disturb even these lands. Even so, you have served us well. There are other robber gangs, but it is to be hoped that the men who followed Bricken will rethink, perhaps the trust they placed in strength of their leader. You again have my thanks, Kippen. Alright. Let's go. Let me put the epic quest back onto my tracker because it's finally time to do it. Let me go through here, that way I don't have to get off my horse. So this should be starting the climax of the season. I love this map, man. It's really one of the most well-developed ones, I think. The storylines are just so rich and compelling. And every little corner you turn here, there's something to explore. Some ruins to be found, some ancient history to uncover, some cool enemies to fight. I really enjoy it a lot. And look how epic that is. Let's go inside. Thankfully, I don't have to fight my way in. I can just go through. The Angmarim have certainly made themselves at home here, though. Alright, let me see what I'm doing next. Alright, I need to get back on the road. So there is a sub-map here within Annúminas, so you can kind of not get too lost. But if you're me, you'll probably still find a way to get lost. That's what I do, I get lost. Lots of pretty tough enemies around here. Lots of dread filling this place. Alright.
What can I do for you?
Hail, Kippen. As you can see, the battle goes well. We have managed to secure Gwail Band from the forces of the enemy. The battle was fierce, but we were joined by a number of adventurers, and victory was ours. You want to speak with Fainlag. He is coordinating our defenses from Eckad Garthendir, a position we have thus far managed to hold. You will find it southwest of here in a higher level of the city. You are fortunate that we have taken Gwail Band. Now that the gate is under our control, you can gain access to the higher level much more simply. You will just need to climb the short hill to the southwest, pass through the gate, and work your way south and west until you reach Eckad Garthendir. Otherwise, you will have quite a journey ahead of you, a long swim west to Garanon, and then a climb through the city. So you may notice on the mini-map these little points here, and basically what happens is the evil forces will attack periodically on a script, and sometimes they can overwhelm and they can take control of these places. And there are 3 such spots. They're not popping up on the map, probably because I haven't discovered them yet. But once you control all 3, you actually have access to the keep itself, if I'm not mistaken, or the instances here in Annúminas. Either way, let's go ahead and head to the main encampment here of Eckad Garthendir. So glad I don't have to fight through all of this. And all these trolls. Lagging a little bit, but that's alright. Alright, here we are. Sweet. And you can see there are a ton of quests to do, of course.
How can I be of service?
Welcome to the center of the conflict, Kippen. If tomb robbers or Garridan gave you trouble in the past, I would advise you to leave now. The battles here are for true warriors.
Would you do something for me?
There's much work to do here in order to reclaim the city, more than we may be able to do, but we shall try. At least we may preserve some of what is here. Orkawi has come with us to Annúminas. There is much anger within him. I do not trust his judgment to let him go out into the city on his own. I fear he may place himself in a situation he cannot survive. I ask you to accompany him. There is much he will want to do, and I believe his goals to be true. Make sure his means of achieving them do not allow him to fall to the darkness. Orkawi will find you when you use his smoke signal. Work with him to reclaim our city. Okay, now, let me tell you this, because I remember this from my previous character. You can summon him with this thing, and you can actually send him away one way or another. And if you send him away before you complete all the quests that he gives you, there's no way you can do those quests in the future. So I'm gonna have to be very careful to make sure I complete all the quests before I ever dismiss him.
Will you not have the courtesy to hear my tale?
Kippen, we are in a difficult position. The Angmarim have been unable to force us from Garthandir thus far, but every assault taxes our strength more than the last. We cannot hold out forever despite Badhordum's efforts to resupply and Fainlang's cunning strategies. Long ago, the Dunedain hid a number of supply stores of weapons and armor throughout the city against the fear that some enemy might attempt to take hold of Annúminas. If you can find some of these hidden stores and return to me with their contents, we will be able to replace our damaged equipment and better continue the fight with the Angmarim in the city. I do not know the locations of these hidden stores, but if you search in out-of-the-way locations within Annúminas, you will surely find them. It is possible that the Angmarim will have come across some of the stores and looted them. Most important thing, let me activate the stables here.
Greetings.
Right. Let me talk to this bad boy.
Will you lend me your ear?
Or bad girl, I guess. It's a female. Anyways, we have launched many offenses to seize control of Tirband, the courts beneath the Great Watchtower on the highest level of the city, but always Agarokir repels us. He is one of Amarthiel's black Númenóreans, and he is a fearsome sorcerer. If we were to seize control of Tirband, Agarokir must be defeated. If you and your allies can put an end to Agarokir, our fortunes might change for the better. The strategic importance of Tirband cannot be overstated. And then finally, we have the epic quest here.
What do you need?
Welcome to Garthandir, Kippen. I am sorry that you must see Annúminas thus, taken by Angmar, captured, corrupted by Amarthiel. We will do our part to drive them out. Listen, for there is much to do and little time with which to do it.
Would you do something for me?
We have had both gains and losses in the past few days, Kippen, but we cannot hold out forever. We are stretched too thin and Amarthiel simply has too great a force. Every position we lose brings us one step closer to defeat. I have need of your strength, Kippen, and the strength of your allies. 2 of my rangers have repelled attacks on vital positions, and I worry that their strength may be faltering. Gwonil has fought to drive the Angmarim from the port of Annúminas north of here upon the water. I fear that she cannot withstand another assault. So too is the situation for Torkirion, currently on guard at Adodon, a small gate west of the docks that provides access to the western shores of Nenwil. Hurry now to Gwonil and to Torkirion and learn how stand their defenses. While you seek them out, I would ask you to defeat any of the bow-wielding Angmarim archers you see within the city. These ranged attackers are extremely dangerous, and several of my brothers have fallen to arrows let fly from hiding. Alright. So no more quest rings here that I can see, so let me go ahead and summon Or Kawi. There's that glowing thing. I'll have to make sure to do that. Annúminas is our city. The ruins and buildings were built by my forebears, and they are monuments to our history, memories of the glory of the past. The Angmarim not only dare to occupy what is ours, they defile it, with foul monuments to their false king. It is a slap in the face of every Dunedain that those stones stand within our city. We cannot hope to tear down the monuments. They are too large, and we are too few. In the time it would take us to destroy them, they would have us surrounded with more warriors than we could possibly defeat. No, the answer is subtler. We will take the monuments and claim them for ourselves. There are 6 spread throughout the city. Once we find them, I will protect you while you fly a flag of the Rangers from it. We will turn their monuments into ours. Unlike the estates in the hills which you cleared for us earlier, Annúminas holds a special place for me. This is where my ancestors lived their lives. They shopped in markets and the streets, worked the buildings, fished from the harbor. They danced in the halls of Osterlendil, swam in the waters of Glinghant, mourned in the chambers of Hod Valendil. Now everything they stood for, what they strived their entire lives to build, the good they brought into this world and nurtured, I fear is now nothing more than the flicker of a dying flame. I for one will no longer stand by and watch as Angmar destroys all that I love. It is time that I draw my sword and join this battle. Holy cow, I gotta kill 40 Angmarim and 10 Gurthrigs. Alright. And then let me see what's going on with this right here. I have found a plaque. Okay. So I guess this is for a quest, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Well, I guess let's get started. There's a lot of work to do here in Annúminas. Wait a minute, there's already a hidden cache right here. It looks like he has more quests for me, so hold on. The Angmarin often assault us down this path from the east. They dash from stone to stone, staying protected from our arrows until they are close. It makes defeating them a dangerous task. Let us clear some of this rubble out of the way to make that a more difficult proposition for them. I will take it once it is gathered up. I am sure we can put it to some use. Alright, so we got the rubble here. Go ahead and use some of that. Alright, let's keep going here. Alright, so that's that. I'm sure we can put this to good use fortifying a position or stabilizing a building. Okay, let's move on. Got another hidden cache here. Perfect. Someone has already looted it. Dang it. Let's see if I can grab this one. Someone has already looted that one too. And, I mean, I guess there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to start fighting these. I have to kill like 40 of them. At least I got a little bit of help here. Not that it matters too much. Man, that is a bunch of enemies I gotta kill. And looks like he has another quest. The Angmarim are savage men whose cruelty knows no bound. The corpses in these cages are of rangers who attempted to bargain with Angmar to preserve whatever Annúminas they could. In response, the Angmarim hung them in cages until they died, and now they leave their corpses there for the birds and animals to devour. Let us get them out of there and allow them to rest peacefully. Even if you try to make a deal with the enemy, you do not deserve this for eternity. I guess they're talking about those guys in the gibbets there. Alright. So again, one of the guys in the main camp gives you a quest to help out Orkawi, and I think you only need to do like 1 or 2 quests and then you can complete that one, and when you do, you lose access to him forever. But there's a bunch of quests around here that require Orkawi, so you have to be careful not to miss those quests forever. So probably after this episode, I'm going to go to the LOTRO wiki and write down all the quests that I can get from him and make sure I complete all of them before I dismiss him. Now look at this guy's weapon. It kind of looks like he has a infinite sword glitch from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time speedrunning, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. I'd be very curious. Because not many people probably are into Ocarina of Time speedrunning. But if you are, you know that his weapon kind of looks like an infinite sword glitch. Alright, got that. Finally. Alright, let me kill a few more of these bad boys. Let me see if I can grab a handful. Alright, let me bring them all in. Okay, so that's good. Got a lot of these guys dying. Alright. 13 out of 40. Do I have a quest to kill this guy? Maybe. Alright, that's that. I got a deed. So there's several of these guys, leader of the invasion, that I'm gonna have to kill. Alright. I'm not too worried if I don't get them all right away, because when I do the final episode of the season, when I go over all the deeds, I'll be sure to show that. Now they can spend the rest of time in peace. Okay. So let's get out of here. Does he have another quest for me? Doesn't look like it. He has a quest ring, but no quest to give as of yet. Alright. Just gonna head towards the quest rings. I think that's probably the best thing I can do. Now these guys are getting a little bit tougher. Alright, that one managed to summon a spider, that's okay though. If I can go through here. Lots and lots of freaking enemies to kill. Alright. Let's go up here, see what I can do. Alright, and he's gonna have another quest for me. In the days of old, women and children would come here on clear nights. The stars reflect off the waters below and look as if you could reach out and grab them. The mothers would give their children coins to make their wish and throw it to the water, sending their hopes and dreams out among the stars. The river was supposed to carry the coins down the lake, where the legend said the Blue Lady would gather them up. Those wishes she found worthy would be fulfilled. I can see several coins that are still in the waters, never having made it. Wishes that never had a chance to be fulfilled. Gather those coins up for me and I shall see that they make it to the lake. So we're gonna have to grab that guy. Where's he going? He's like running away like a... we're gonna have to go back. Or else he's gonna kill my friend here. Alright. New deed, Brutes of the North. So you do have to kill a bunch of these Girthrigs as well. There is a deed for that. Alright, let me get rid of that guy. Super annoying. Do a Spear of Virtue on him. Then let me get rid of that. Let's see. So I need to reclaim this monument. Alright. And where am I at now? There's a quest ring like right there. There's an ancient coin down there. Unfortunately, I can't just run around all these guys because my companion actually aggroes them, even if I myself don't. And there's a plaque over there that I'm gonna need to get. So that was pretty quick. I already killed 30 of them, or 40, whatever. Let me see if I can avoid that guy. I don't want to have to fight him. Let's go ahead and use this plaque. There you go. And I think there's a bunch of coins down there. So let me pick up 6 of these. It can be pretty far away to get them. It's kind of weird. Alright, that is 6. I will take these and bring them down to the waters. I will add a coin of my own and wish that all the hopes and dreams these coins hold to be fulfilled. Then I shall cast them into the waters. Alright, excellent. So another quest done here. And I guess it's been about 30 minutes. So me and my companion here, we're going to be swimming in the water. We're going to take a little swim break. And then we'll be back in the next episode. If you're enjoying, be sure to leave a like on the video. And join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next episode. Dang it, I love Annúminas. It's such a great place. And I hope you guys come back for more quests. Alright, I'm done rambling.
Artisi